Which are the best Group 3 cars in Gran Turismo? We're going to go through today, so by the end you are going to know the fashionable, the best. You're not going to be stuck with the cars and was like, ugh, that's a rubbish car to drive. Here with Sam, professional karter. We're going to let you know the best cars. We're going to do 5 each, so we're going to show you the top 10. Basically, I'm going to start with one of my favourites, not the ultimate favourite if you have me at gunpoint, but a car I always enjoy driving. I'll let you know, and throughout we're going to let you know why these cars are great. The Peugeot RCZ Group 3. I drive a Peugeot RCZ in real life. I drive a Peugeot RCZ in real life partly because I enjoy driving the Group 3 so much in the game. So it's a little bit of like a...
Well, the Peugeot marketing...
The marketing, whatever they paid to get it in as well. But this is a MR car in Gran Turismo 7 that is just controls so nicely. Really nice on the power, really nicely rotating. Not a straight line beast.
No.
Not an ultimate corner fiend. A bit of an all-rounder.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, yeah.
I mean, it does help as well. It does actually look quite cool.
Oh, it looks amazing. Because I don't know if I mentioned it, because I drive a Peugeot RCZ. You can see all the cues. So I'm in VR in there, and I'm like, this looks like my car, except I'm sitting on the wrong side. And it looks amazing. And I would love to modify my car to look like a Peugeot RSR Group 3. So if there's a sponsor watching that wants to do that, we'll make it happen. Car wow someone.
You need a big wing.
Yeah. But I think a great car, if you need Gran Turismo, genuinely a great car to pick up, and a good sort of starter car, all-round car that's going to be okay in pretty much all scenarios. Let's go to you, Sam, for your first one.
Now, you've gone for looks. I'm going for sound. And I'm going for the Mazda
RX Vision Group 3.
Exactly. The best sounding car, second best sounding car in the game.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get to the first one. So Rotary, it's a Vision car.
Yeah.
It was the hero car in the trailer of Gran Turismo in the red. Was in GT Sport as well. Yeah. And I used to drive for Mazda. It was very good on fuel efficiency and it was very light, so good on tyres, and they nerfed it.
And the noise. Don't forget
and the noise. It has the Rotary, basically the same as a 787B.
Which is the best sounding car.
Okay, fine. Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so interesting car. Can be difficult to drive.
Yes.
It's a Rotary. Keep an eye on the bot. Join our Discord, discord.gg/Kireth, to get to know the latest bot, because when the bot is right, it's basically can be OP.
Yeah, it's a great car. It's got everything you need. It handles well. It's got good speed. It sounds great again. It's front motor.
Yeah.
Balance is there. It's a real great all-rounder car.
Okay, I'm going next for, another great all-rounder car. We're going to get more into specialist cars and let you know what to use in different scenarios. Porsche 911 RSR Group 3. Rarely can go wrong in this thing. So if you're looking to drive for a manufacturer in manufacturers, GT World Series, Porsche, you're going to get the Cayman in Group 4, 911 RSR in Group 3. It seems to always be great at Spa. You get great liveries on it as well.
It's got to be the most popular car in the game.
Most popular car. Interesting one. In VR, has a really good seating position. Something like the Toyota Supra, the seating position in PSVR 2 is really far back. I find it very weird. In the Porsche, you're more up front. And I've done, in my reality mod races, I've done 1 hour online GT World Series esports races in VR in the Porsche 911 with my stream chat telling me what's going on in terms of the race, because no HUD on.
Yeah. So
very realistic experience. And when I went to Spa and saw the 911 RSRs, very similar to the real thing. So yeah, great starter car again.
It is, and it looks good as well.
It just looks right. I'm imagining it now. Okay. What about for you, Sam? Number 2?
Number 2 is a car I use quite a lot in the series, which we used to run together. The Jag.
Ooh.
Nice big V8 in it.
F-Type.
F-Type. Quite heavy, so it's not the greatest on the tyres, but because it's got the big V8, you can shift quite early in it, and you can fuel save quite nicely for those longer races.
It is a good fuel saver. Big old V8 in the front, rear-wheel drive drivetrain.
Yep.
All Group 3 cars in Gran Turismo have a rear-wheel drive drivetrain, but the engine's in different places.
Yeah.
I always find it quite understeery.
That's the downside of having a massive old lump in the front of it, just boating you along. But it sounds great again. V8, great engine, loads of liveries again. Looks like the real car, really. I know they don't race that anymore, but it looks there. You know what you're looking at. It's not like these Vision cars like Mazda 1. Really great weight balance, so it's not too much. It's a little bit heavier at the front and the rear, which is the understeer again, but it's a great all-round car again.
Interesting. Firstly, we raced in a series and there were some people who did some great fuel saving in that car and tyre saving, which is insane. Interesting car for a different reason as well. Jaguar in motorsport, incredible heritage. Won the Le Mans 24 Hours and Daytona 24 Hours with Martin Brundle, I believe, back in like the 80s with the Silk Cut.
The Silk Cut.
Every car. Then you got Formula One up to 2004, which has now become the Red Bull team's great heritage there.
Have they won anything recently?
The Red Bull team, yeah, I do know because they're doing okay. And then you've got the F-Type Group 3. Jaguar next year is going to be an all-electric brand. They are not making any more petrol cars. So the F-Type Group 3 is actually a sort of last sort of like stand for Jaguar. So when you drive that car, you're driving history, because now Jaguar is all-electric. They do very well in Formula E. And I spoke to actually the team principal, James Barkley, who's actually the head of Jaguar Motorsport.
Yeah.
And I asked him about that history. He's like, yeah, that's great history, but we see ourselves as all electric. So a little bit of interesting context there. I'm going to go for a car here that's going to be controversial. Again, it's a little bit of a throwback for me. Not one I'd necessarily recommend right now, but it can be a monster. We both know this. Chevrolet C7.
Yep.
Controversial because the Chevrolet C7 is ancient. Now Chevrolet have the C8 Corvette and the Stingray and whatnot. Forza Motorsport has all the latest C8s.
Yeah.
But Gran Turismo has brought the C8 road car out in a free update, but hasn't brought the C8
race car.
Which you have this. I'm going to be C8R. Oh my god, I can't remember the. It was an absolutely dominant GTE, basically the Chevrolet Corvette. I think Ben Keating dominating into it. Now they brought it into Group 3 for IMSA. It's a real world incredible car. Basically, I think Corvette have changed their factory racing setup as well. But the fact that the C8 is not in is crazy. But the C7, I have great memories because we race as teammates together in it, and when you get used to the short shifting, and it just feels really comfortable at a track like Monza. So keep an eye on it. Good one to have in the armory, because if you know how to drive it, when it has an edge on the BOP, can be a real beast, especially at high speed tracks.
100%. Going along with something which isn't overly popular, but in my opinion was always quite good on the tracks where you had to look after your tyres. The Citroen GT race car.
Ooh.
I always found that the easiest on the tyres and the easiest to save fuel while maintaining pace.
Very low down.
Extremely low down.
Yeah, which you feel in sort of centre of gravity as well.
I always thought that was amazing on tyre wear. Never killed the tyres, and to save fuel, and it was so easy to do.
Yeah, interesting one. Not one you're going to hear a lot of people talk about, actually.
No, super lightweight. It literally weighs just over a ton.
Yeah, so
it's ridiculous.
Keep an eye on that one. Right, next one for me. I think this is number 4 for me. And by the way, if you want to get faster in Gran Turismo 7, I have just released my Gran Turismo 7 Beginner Masterclass for DCB drivers. It's based on my years of giving coaching in Gran Turismo 7. So go check that out, link in the description. It will make you faster if you're a DC or B driver. Nissan GTR Group 3.
Lovely.
Godzilla.
Yep.
Now is a very strong car. It didn't always used to be, actually.
No, it was never very popular at all.
And they've also brought out the 18 version. It used to be the 2013, and now they've nerfed always to 2013. Yeah. So it has a little bit of an edge to it. And really good car. Really good at places like Spa, Monza. Great all-rounder as well.
Ones where you need a bit of motor behind you.
Ones where you got top speed. It's normally between the Supra or the Toyota Supra or the Nissan GTR, or in some cases the Ford GT.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, if you want to go the extra bit. But yeah, Nissan GTR, just a great car. Can be a little bit aggressive on the throttle. Thinking like coming out the first chicane at Monza, coming out of the bus stop at La Source at Spa. So not a beginner car, I would say.
Very tail happy.
Very tail happy. Has a bit of inertia. But once you're getting a bit better at Gran Turismo, once you've done the Beginner Masterclass, it's a really fast car to sort of hang around, yeah.
Now, you mentioned the Toyota Supra. I'm going to go with the Toyota FT1 Vision.
Ooh, okay.
That is all about handling for me.
Yeah, don't see it as much as a Supra.
But you used to. In GT Sport, everyone used to use the GT1 Vision.
It's got the little triangular.
Yeah, the weird. It's the only, when it first came out, it's the only way I could really distinguish between the two of them. One took the triangle, one else. But I always found that a great handling car. Used to work wonders with it. Wasn't the best in the fuel. You had to rev it out quite a lot, but I always felt nice, reliable, consistent in it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It felt a bit like a connoisseur's choice as well sometimes. Yeah, it felt a bit. Oh, someone's in the FT T1. Okay, last one for me. I'm going to do some honourable mentions. The Subaru WRX Group 3, not a four-wheel drive car, but a car that I've driven to success quite a few times. The Genesis as well, not a car I'm that familiar with.
Great car that was.
A lot of people really like it. Has been OP at times. I want to do a big mention for the Beetle. In GT Sport, I used to love the Beetle. Just used to rev so aggressively. Dragon Trail Seaside. The Huracan as well. Our mutual friend Nathan Maximim, who's a Kireth Esports driver, one of the fastest in racing in the world. He loves the Huracan. And also a mention for the Honda NSX that Valerio Gallo, one of the fastest riders in the world, absolutely loves as well. I am going to go for the Nissan Penzl.
Ooh.
It has been competitive before in the past. Not a lot of people think about it. BOP does bring it back into play, and you know that if you grid up on the iconic Nissan Penzl, you are just like getting the kudos as well. And it handles really nicely.
Does it?
Yeah, it does handle. It's always handled nicely. It's always done really well at hairpins as well. So if you get up the inside of someone, you can actually get a nice rotation in the hairpin and exit ahead of them still. So Nissan Penzl, don't sleep on it. It's in Group 3.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in Group 3.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that was, what is that, the R33 or the R32?
Oh, R32.
I want to say it's 33.
It's 99, so I think it's before the 34.
Yeah, I think so. I think 34 was like 2000. So.
But iconic car along with the Tom Supra Castrol one.
Tom Supra. And you remember it always in the old like Super GT, not the actual YouTuber, the actual racing series. It was always the Tom Supra, the Penzl Skyline.
Going head to head.
Always, no matter what happened.
Final car for you, Sam?
Final car. What am I going to go with?
There's such an amazing choice.
There is. I mean, I'm scrolling through this list right now, and there are so many good cars. I don't know what to choose. Do I want to choose power? Do I want to choose handling? What do I want to choose?
We have another video, by the way, going through, I think, all the cars if you want to see that. But yeah, power, handling.
I'm going to go for handling. Ooh. Not used very often. Tiny little car. I'm probably going to regret saying this when I read the comments back. The Alfa Romeo.
Ah, the 4C.
Yes.
You know what? When in January 2020, I had a coaching session with David Perel, who is a real-life Ferrari factory, I think, GT driver, and he coached me in the Alfa Romeo 4C, so it was a great car for coaching.
Yeah, I think it looks great. A lot like that RCZ.
Yeah.
Tiny little car, looks amazing.
I would say even better balance than the RCZ. It really is just on a... You can work out what you're doing wrong because it's not the car's fault.
Yeah. If the car's going slow, that's not the car, that's you.
Yeah. So the 4C, alternative 4C, I think the Audi R8, also like that. It's come back into fashion. And also the Renault RS01. Very tricky car.
That was a very handling-based car.
So let us know what you think in the comments. What's your top 5 cars? And yeah, been really excited to do this. We'll see you some more videos around here that I recommend watching, and we'll see you next time.